Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. Now, I woke up and I woke up a little early today, and I was like, let's make a little coffee and let's just hit record. I want to talk for this one. You've seen the title of this video, and it's not going to be like my previous ones. April, Persona 25th anniversary, and I felt like we should just talk over some coffee, you and I, the viewer and I, about the 25th anniversary of Persona and April. I don't even know where to start. It's been such a mess with the 25th anniversary. Like, they started with digital wallpapers for the West, streaming services for the animes in Japan, music in Japan, sales on games in Japan, giveaways, but in the West, digital wallpapers. Now let me show you guys the sites. Okay, well, we're gonna take a look at the 25th sites here. Okay, so this is the Japanese 25th anniversary site for Persona. And when you look at it, it's like, okay, you have the Persona times, you have the information, you have the list of what happened. So January, that was Morgana with what I just said. And then there's December with the Game Awards and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which we're gonna talk about in just a bit. And then February, which was the festival in Sakura Town, which is right there. A physical event in Japan only. That is the Japanese website. And then April, next information. Yeah, so we're gonna speculate on this here today for sure. We're gonna be like dumbasses with actual expectations, but we're also gonna be realistic today. We're gonna, again, just look at possibilities. Now, I want to go over the Western site as well for the 25th. Now, if you go over to the Atlus West 25th site, it feels like they're trying to keep up with Japan. So as we mentioned, we have three different things for now. We have September, December, and February for Japan, where they have the three little squares there. But in terms of the West, they're kind of trying to do the same thing, right? There's Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which was the first thing. Exclusive collection at Shop Atlus. Something else that they're like, you know, trying to squeeze in there with the merch of the 25th. Okay, I guess. Okay. Terrible launch in terms of Shop Atlus. It's still not fixed, right? For people in the world, right? I made a video on Shop Atlus. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down in the description below, and there's probably going to be a little card on screen as well. But it's really rough with the shipping rates at Shop Atlus. I would like to buy stuff, but unfortunately, it's not possible for me to afford shipping. I was trying to get the limited edition Nocturne poster, but like shipping was almost as much as the poster itself, and I'm in Canada for a poster, so I'm good. Now, digital wallpapers, though, that's exciting. That's the other thing, and then more announcements to come. So we don't even know if the April announcement for the 25th is going to be for the West as well. That's something that we have to think about for sure. Now, what could it be for April? Now, before we talk about what it could be, I want to show you guys something else. Link to this article by Persona Central down in the description below. Now, if you go over to Persona Central, their latest article, posted by Reggie on March 25th, it talks about the sales for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. And I talked about it in my RPG Weekly News episode last Tuesday, on the moment that you guys are watching this video. The game debuted during its first week in Japan at 12,684 units sold. That is for physical sales only. Now, in Japan, I'm not too sure what exactly is the percentage of digital games purchases versus physical games, but let's assume it's 50-50. Even though I know it's not exactly that, I do think there's less digital sales in terms of Japan. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but let's do 50-50. Best case scenario, the game sold 25,000 copies, so 12,000 copies physical. Double that if you think the digital sales are the other half. That would be 24,000 copies. This game is a multi-platform release. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax released on PlayStation 4, backwards compatibility as well, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And the game sold 24,000 copies. Now you might be thinking, David, it's not too bad. I mean, it's Persona, and for Persona, that isn't good. The first game that came to mind for me was Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD Remastered that came out last year. That's a game that sold in Japan in, what was it, October of 2020? The game sold, I think it was 115,000 copies during its first week. This is insane. Like, this is the biggest IP. I know it's a fighting game. I know it's a spin-off. So let's compare it with spin-offs, which Persona Central did for us. Great article there and great comparison once again from Persona Central. Below is a comparison of the Japanese opening sales, followed by lifetime sales of previous spin-off games in the Persona series. All sales data are from the Famitsu sales tracker. And as we can see, here's the list. Persona Q sold 186,000 copies in its first week. Then we have Persona 4 Arena, the original, 124,000 copies at launch, which I'm not gonna lie, this is way higher than what I remembered, so great on it there, on 360 and PS3 back in the day, 126,000. Persona 5 Scramble, The Phantom Strikers, 115,000. Persona 4 Dancing All Night, 95,000 copies, that's the Vita version, great sales there. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, the PS3 version, that would be 85,000 copies. Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth, which released on the 3DS after the Switch came out, that's at 74,000 copies. Persona 5 Scramble, that would be the Nintendo Switch version of the game, 46,000 copies. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, 44,000 copies. Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, 38,000 copies. And then the re-release of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax at 12,000 copies. So not only is it the worst selling spin-off in its first week in Japan, but it's also 3 times worse than what Persona 3 Dancing did on the Vita and PS4, again, in Japan only. So I do think it's really interesting when you think about it, and I definitely think it's important to take this into consideration when talking about the April announcement for the 25th. Now, before I go ahead and talk about dumbass with actual expectation stuff, let me just put this out there. It's totally possible that the April event is not going to be a game reveal. Once again, it was the case last month. It was the case in September as well. It's possible that it's the same thing right now. It's also possible that it's a game. We're going to look at both options. So if it's not possible, it means it's going to be some other moment. But if it is a game, what can it be? And the reason why I wanted to talk about the sales of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is because I think Atlus made the wrong choice with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Now, the first thing that I saw all over Twitter when the sales numbers came out for P4AU was people saying, well, the base game isn't on the platforms. Now, Persona 4 Golden, you cannot play that game on PS4 or Switch. Yes, it's on PC, but the game's not doing much better in terms of PC. Like, we've seen the peak player count on Steam was like 3,000 people or something, which was, again, not that great for a brand new release, especially when you consider the fact that Persona 4 Golden, when it released on Steam, that game broke records in terms of the most concurrent players at the same time for an RPG. So I do think this game was the wrong choice. You are excited for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. You're enjoying your time with the game. Great. I'm not complaining. I did the same thing. I reviewed the game and I had a decent amount of fun with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fighting game guy, so I wasn't over the moon. But still, I had my little fun with it. Now I moved on and I'm probably not going to touch it again. That's just my opinion. In a business perspective, this was the wrong move, because look at all the other games on that list. Persona Q. That's a game that makes a lot of sense. No one played PQ2, and PQ, the first one, is the best-selling spin-off. Oh, it's a crossover of all the Persona games. What are we celebrating right now? The anniversary of the series. What would be better than to bring back 2 games that are a crossover of your games inside the series? Why not bring these 2 back together and put them on modern platform? Persona Q 1 and 2 HD'd, fitted on one screen, Switch, PC, PS4. That would have been way better in terms of sales. Now, of course, that would require more work, but still. There's also the fact that Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, that's just an example amongst many others, but that would require work. Persona 3 port to PC, easier thing to do. Persona 5, same thing. Persona 5 on Game Pass, Persona 5 on Switch, Persona 5 on PC. You guys, there's so many options that makes just way more sense in both a business sense and also a fan's perspective, in my personal opinion. Now, Persona 4 Golden is the one thing that we've been talking about. Port it. It's already ready to go. Port it to consoles. Hell, it's not even on PlayStation 4. And I'm not even talking about new games. I'm not talking about anything else. Now, to give you guys my current state, I'm not expecting anything for April, to be perfectly honest. I think we're at a point now with this anniversary where it's a little hard to expect something from Atlus, right? Because they keep proving that we shouldn't expect anything from them. And hey, if they give us something good, great, that's good. But don't expect anything. That's where I'm at with this anniversary. I want to ask you guys, what do you think we'll get with this 25th anniversary reveal for April if we get a game? Again, I may sound bummed or negative, but it's like, I'm done. I'm good with this anniversary. It's like, I want to talk about it. I will cover it still for sure on the channel, but I'm at a point where I'm just gonna grab what they have, and if they don't have anything, I'll be playing something else. I'm playing Triangle Strategy. I'm like 20 hours in. This game is fantastic. It's the best game that I've played this year, and I'm sure a bunch of you guys are also occupied with Elden Ring, so just enjoy your games. I'm enjoying my Triangle Strategy. You enjoy Elden Ring or your other games that you guys are playing. And if Atlus comes with something good, well, good. Good. That's it. So drop your predictions down below, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the current support on the channel. You guys are great. I really appreciate the support. If you want more content on anything Atlus, Shin Megami Tensei Persona, make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell. Quick thumbs up always really helps. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and a great rest of your week. Bye.